I also like had a little peek at Reynad's deck just now. I was just looking at it. It was very interesting. And there's also a Harrison. So I would definitely give the match to favor from the Druid. And it's also interesting that he chose to kept his two Anorotrons and a Loatheb.
Yeah. Of course, starting with a coin there for Reynad, so that's always good news. Both of these classes very, very positive about having the coin, so Reynad's going to be happy about taking that away from the Rogue.
But that is just so weird. Like, why would you keep two Anorotrons and a Loatheb in a Hobgoblin deck? I find that to be quite interesting choice. He might think that you know, he's against Miracle or something. He wants Loatheb to stop any shenanigans. But yeah, definitely an interesting choice. So yeah, Dog on the other hand is just, you know, just gonna try and keep the board under control for a long time, and then hopefully blow the board away with like stuff like Vile Teacher, Dr. Boom, Ragnaros, and those kind of win conditions.
Yep. And as you mentioned, it looks like Reynad was kind of suspecting a more Miracle here, just pumping out the Neutrons right away. But he's going to start to notice that's probably not the case with Dog's play here.
Right. He's going to get punished. Both his Neutrons are gone. And now, with his mulligan decision, he doesn't have a turn 3 play. Oh! Well,
yeah, this is rough. Yeah, he's gonna get that Panther out there, but things are going pretty okay for Dog too. Of course, like you said, just gonna be able to keep control of that board.
Right.
And get the Violet Teacher out.
Alright, choosing to do that instead. And wow, another pretty good card drawn by Reynad. I mean, if he drew anything like above and beyond, he can play it as well. Then we do know that he doesn't play any like things. He doesn't play it too high, right? He's playing a Hobgoblin deck. And it doesn't seem like a Hobgoblin deck in this perspective, right?
Yeah, I mean, no one will be able to tell yet if you were playing against Reynad that it necessarily has Hobgoblins in it. All the standard cards for Druids.
Did he choose the right deck list? That is pretty interesting. Dog's side is a bunch of very low-cost spells, not very interesting. He's just gonna cycle the fan. It's kind of sad. He does want to. Yeah, I mean, he wants to keep the preparation for sprints, right?
Right.
That's the main thing. Oh wow.
Wow, just in time right now. Getting all the cards he needs ever since the mulligan. It's going in his favor.
Yeah, I mean, it still does not look like a Hobgoblin deck.
No, it doesn't, and that's the beauty of the Hobgoblin deck, is that unless you play the Hobgoblin, no one can really know that that's coming. You still have at least one combo in there, of course, the Druid combo. So you have several other win conditions coming through. That's just a little bit of a flavor there. A very strong outcoming here for Dog, just to keep that board clear and under control. He does have two Fan of Knives too, so using that earlier one, it wasn't optimal, but he's going to have that extra draw later if he needs it.
Yeah, he just wants to drop the Thanos to cycle for something. I mean, we know that Dog's curve is actually pretty high, so he does want to draw into those better creatures. Reynad here, turn 6, it's kind of awkward because, you know, Innovate doesn't get Wolf value, but Innovator is pretty insane. You get control of the board, so I would like to see a Dr. Boom, and that's exactly what he does, so that's really nice.
Yeah, that's going to help equalize things here for Reynad. The Big Game Hunter in hand for Dog, though, so that seems to be the go-to.
Well, a fan is also pretty sweet, so I think he's gonna fan first. Hopefully the bombs go to the face. It's gonna... Oh, that's the face! Oh, that's actually really
And then won the draw.
Yeah, he won... Actually, he kind of wanted the Thanos to be dead so that he can draw another card.
Right. So that actually works out well. And like you said, the Big Game Hunter also living. Now with 7 mana, Reynad's starting to run a little bit low. He's going to have to start watching that. There is 5 attack on that dagger still. So 12 damage already on board.
Yeah, I mean, we know Dog is not running any oils and stuff like that. But then, I mean, those right now treasure that card so much. And there's so much burst. So, yeah, Reynad is aware of that. So he's just going to clear the board. Two very, not really nice turns, I guess. He played a... you know, 8 mana 7 drop, and then he played this turn 6 mana 7 turn 7. It's just awkward for Reynad.
Yeah, and that was a 1 force of nature in that deck too. So now he really just has to rely on kind of overpowering the board himself if he can with the tokens.
Yeah, I mean, overpowering with the board with tokens is It's not really a good phrase to not which position to
Yeah.
be. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, that's not where you want to be, but and given Dog's hand, it really does seem like Dog just has to play out each turn as they come at this point. He still has, what, 9 damage on board right now.
Well, he has a little decision here, I guess. He could choose to clear the board if he's scared of combo. Because I mean, if he does play Rag and somehow it just hits the spider, even if he kills the Lothab this turn, I mean he's still there to combo. So that's like one of the things he's worried about.
Yeah, I think clearing would work well, especially with Blade. You're still gonna get that damage to face. Then you can hero power up again.
All right, that's still really still looking great for Dog, and he's so far ahead that he feels like, yeah, I could just play it safe, and why not?
Yeah. In Dog's case, again, he does have Dr. Boom also with that Rag. Just the Panther, and then the heal, of course, from Ancient Lore at this point for Reynad. He's running really low, even with that heal, only at 11 health.
That SI is a pretty decent draw. And once again, he's guaranteeing himself not to die to combo, which is a good thing. Man, all these cards from Reynad seems like they don't do anything on their own, right? I mean, like, even Hobgoblin, it doesn't do anything to your opponent's board. It just strengthens your board for the next turn. And with this kind of deck, it feels like if you fall behind, you're just screwed.
Yeah, very true. That's what we're seeing right now. Had he had the Hobgoblins with the Annoytrons, of course, things would have been very different. But he got so punished with the Annoytrons too, right? He committed very hard to suspecting a slower start from Dog. Dog had the answer from turn 2.
I mean, even with a slower start like Annoytrons like that, you're not really... It's not really that crazy, right? He's a rogue, he can just dagger it. And of course, the Dog Drill Lethal there. It's not that hard to drill lethal.
Yeah, just waiting there.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, Astro Drake living for a long time too. So, straightforward win for the Dog here with that rogue deck. We didn't see anything, any of the super crazy into game 2. And as you mentioned, we do see that BGH. We'll probably see Dog keep. Well, we'll see. Does Dog want to keep that? Probably, but he's contemplating on whether he's going to need it that early or not.
Well, no. He's contemplating if it's a Zoo lock or a hand lock. I mean, it's Reynad.
Right.
He invented Zoo, so...
Yeah. As uncommon as it is these days.
Yeah.
It's still possible.
Alright, well, mulliganing 3 cards here doesn't really give a tell on what's happening. But then Dog is just going to keep the BGH just in case, and he's going to get rewarded by it. So... We'll see how it pans out.
We do see that Mountain Giant in hand, and the Twilight Drake, so...
And the Twilight Drake, yeah.
Yeah, straightforward for Reynad at least up to turn 4. We'll see how Dog...
Actually, no, he has a very good Watcher turn here. And I think every time you have a Watcher and out turn, if you're going second as a handlock, I think you just do it. It's like an Innervate Yeti, and your opponent just has to deal with it. And it's just so awkward for them, right? Especially if it's Twilight Drake as well. Oh, well, okay, especially if you have 2 Twilight Drakes now. So, wow, choosing to silence this just yet because the owl is not going to trade favorably. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think Reynad just keeping that there as a threat to kind of see how Dog's going to react to it. Now we do see that 3/3 on board. But a Dark Bomb comes out. Does he just use that, or does he go for the silence here?
Well, if he silences, he gets immediate value, and it's really hard to kill a Watcher that's at like 2 health that's like damaged. But yeah, he does choose to go for a Dark Bomb, and hopefully this Watcher gets like right now it seems weird, right? If he's not gonna stop the Silence Watcher combo. But we'll see how it works. So obviously, turn 4 you want to put a Twilight Drake. You're not gonna silence this. You just have to put the Twilight Drake.
Yeah. No, yeah. Definitely don't want to.
Yeah.
Do that on turn 4. Now, keeping that silence, of course, worked out in favor of Reynad with the Fan of Knives coming out for the draw, so his owl still in hand, intact, rather than off the board.
Right. Oh, I mean, it would have got stabbed if it was the trade. Oh my God, Harrison is a big pickup. It's huge. Like Harrison in handlock. You would think that is such a greedy thing, but it's gonna work out favorably here. And Does Reynad have like Harrison in every single deck? It kind of seems like that at least.
Yeah, I think he does have a lot of these tech cards in most of his decks today.
Yeah. And wow, but Dog has a very nice Blade Flurry clear. One of the dangers though with his deck is that he only runs one Blade Flurry, and he's pretty aware of that. So if Reynad starts to taunt up a lot, like with like Molten Giants and stuff like that, it's gonna be very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, he really wants to play.
Yeah. He's thinking of it. He's gonna put out the Drake first. I mean, eventually it's gonna come out and it's gonna get BGH, but of course, hopefully by that point he does have Molten Giants and it can cover up the next turn.
Yeah, that's really smart because he can't afford to lose his board right now. And yeah, if there's a BGH coming up now with no board from Reynad, Dog is just gonna run away with this game. Instead, Dog has to just play a Belcher, just cautiously, you know, kind of chip away at Reynad's health. Just be very careful.
Mm-hmm. Now a second Mountain Giant, so that's something else to just draw at least one BGH. Of course, the mana at 7.
Well, I mean, if you played the Mountain Giant, then you're kind of doing the Farseer as well. Might be... I mean, if you're using your Farseer that fast, I feel like you're giving a tell that you don't have Molten Giants. So I would actually like Dr. Boom.
Ooh.
Because Dr. Boom is like, wow. That's
well, he's gonna lifetime and get the coil, so he can clear out at least the first body of the Belcher here. And he can still put out a Mountain Giant.
Yeah, that's a good tap, I guess. Wow. I don't know what else he would be looking for, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nope, still goes the silence trade though.
Oh, okay. Alright. That's one way to avoid it.
That tap is definitely interesting. I guess he realized that Dog is not playing the bursty rogue deck that people are playing because he didn't see that last game. Because if he just tapped for just like to draw a card there, and Dog was playing the Aura Rogue, he would be pretty dead by now.
Yeah. Needlessly getting yourself down in health. Not gonna really work out, of course.
Super awkward. It's super awkward.
He's thinking about the prep, but alright, he's gonna go for
I think what he wants to see is like something like a sap or something, because the the giant is gonna. Oh, actually, you can't sap, huh? That doesn't work that way. 7 minus 3 is only 4, so can't sap.
But he's gonna just use that BGH. Out of the draws he got. Nothing immediate. Some more cards to use. Dr. Boom and Belcher coming out for Dog, so he'll be able to at least.
And he also goes for the face. He thinks he can win with the current set of cards he has, and that's a very good choice.
Yep. Accurately reading that Reynad still doesn't have Moltens in hand, which is very true in the current situation. No taunts either, so that's really rough. I mean, using a Mortal Coil on that Belcher along with the Twilight Drake just to see if he can draw a taunt, perhaps, I think could be the one saving grace for Reynad. I mean, it's a gamble, obviously, but
yeah, I mean, look, this situation is just super dangerous. You can't play the Dr. Boom now, so
yeah, and even if you cleared board, I mean, the damage coming out from Rose can easily hit 13 at any point, so for any class really in turn 9.
Okay, he's gonna start with the coil.
And
that is not a taunt either.
Oh.
He'll just have to heal himself and pray.
Right,
well, lucky for him, lucky for him, Dog is not playing the burst rogue.
So we don't see lethal right now.
Definitely not, because none of these minions have like they can't do damage. They just establish the board for the next turn.
And with 3 minions on board, that rag also not so enticing for Dog.
Well, you feel like you have to rag. You feel like you have to rag, but yeah, he's just gonna go for the backstab play here, which is fine. Just clear the giant. Hopefully, he can draw into something good.
Okay. And then Dr. Boom.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
Alright.
yeah, he can Dr. Boom, of course. It's
Yeah,
really
because he took the damage to face to clear that giant, so he's gonna Dr. Boom.
good. Alright.
And that's gonna put a
Still
lot
no
more.
taunters or Moltons, Reynad. That must
He has one more coil. He can coil again.
I
But
think he's thinking
like
of
you said, without the giants.
yeah, it's just awkward. What about taunters as well too?
Yeah, without the giants
It's
or the
just so weird though.
taunters.
Reynad is playing around something that doesn't exist.
Now, yeah, even if you were gonna coil, the question is, what do you coil, right? I mean, do you give an extra card, or do you risk taking more damage to face?
Right. Yeah, you probably don't coil here. You're looking at like to clean the board with like Shadow Flame and stuff like that. And then thinking of like what you could do with your mana afterwards. The Dr. Boom is getting more clunky. Harrison is getting more clunky. Those cards are like really kind of backfiring right now. He could play the BGH right now, but then if he does, he has to risk these bombs, you know, taking a chunk out of these minions.
Yeah.
Of course, I think Dog would love to see a BGH on the Dr. Boom, but Reynad should be going with the Shadow Flame play. Oh, no.
Oh, just gonna go with the BGH and attack to face.
Yeah, he doesn't attack with his Fire Drake. Alright, let's see where the bombs go. Oh!
Oh!
Wow!
Wow.
Talk about taking chip damage. That is just gross. That is sad. Yep. But yeah, once again, Dog is just like reloading board. You know, you feel like it's you feel like if you're Reynad, you're so scared that I'm gonna expect this burst damage any day. But it's just not there. You know?
He finally has a taunt, but nothing to taunt. Here.
Yeah.
Putting the Harrison also doesn't feel good. But double spell power, he's gonna have to get rid of that.
Yeah. Oh, there's one.
Okay. Alright. Not enough mana though. But so he's just gonna tap.
Yeah, definitely enough mana. He just wants to fish for more things. I think Reynad is actually reading this game really, really well. In that there is no burst on the other side. So it's doing good. Dog needs to find the sap probably. Otherwise, he's just have to belch here and pray. And that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's down to 9 health.
Yeah, both of them going pretty low. Alright, the taunts are starting to roll in here, and that's really good news for Reynad again without that burst from Dog. So the Loatheb also there.
No,
for
it's
a body.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be a Dr. Boom and Sun Fury, most likely.
Yeah, that would be a little bit more ideal.
You could use Loatheb here if you're scared of some eviscerate faces and stuff like that. But
I mean, either one. Either one would lead you to obviously a stronger turn next turn. So it's really which one you're more afraid of, I guess. Here. Now, if you Dr. Boom though,
my play would be definitely Loatheb and Argus.
Yeah, because with the Dr. Boom, you have to taunt one of the boom bots, right? So.
Yeah, you have to. It's kind of like positioned that way, right? But yeah, my play would definitely be Loatheb and Argus. You kind of like, you know, cancel the double sap shenanigan play. You also cancel the eviscerate play. Seems to be pretty good. We're just gonna be Loatheb and cast like that. That's good.
Okay.
That's also, as long as you use Loatheb, I think it's fine.
Yeah. The spells are still gone.
Well,
yeah, I guess there was no need to taunt.
Dog, have fun with the roll. Oh man, this has to hit. We know he's dead if he doesn't hit this giant. So
Yeah.
Fire versus fire. Is it gonna work?
And oh!
Oh no, Reynad! What happened with the connection of the webcam?
Oh no!
No, what happened?
The rag hit too strong. It hit where it hurts. Oh man.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a series of events
Oh my
for
god,
us to
that's
be
hilarious.
looking at.
Oh
Okay, well,
wait,
I mean,
that was not intentional? He really disconnected.
no, I think he really disconnected.
Timing of that though, it was wow.
I mean, the timing of it was
Wait, it's just
spectacular.
weird. Okay, so if it's not intentional, then I guess we need to sort out some admin work on what the
Yeah,
rule
we'll have
is.
to let the admins figure it out. So we're gonna have to take a break until we figure this out. But it was really close, you know, that the rag took care of the molten giant. It was really anybody's game still. We will be going to a break real quick before coming back on an update on this situation for game 2. Welcome back, everyone. This is now game 3 between Reynad and Dog. Dog up 2-0 with his rogue deck, and Reynad has chosen Warlock. Or not Warlock, Warrior, after his Warlock is what I meant to say.
Yeah, I mean, Rogue is pretty good against Warrior if they run Assassin's Blade. And we know Dog doesn't run Assassin's Blade, but it's still a little bit different kind of a rogue, right? You mean, you're
Right.
curving into Dr. Boom, you're curving into Ragnaros. So it's definitely something different I've never seen before. We'll see if this Warrior pick will be good for Reynad or not.
Yep. Now, for Reynad, oh well, the Armor Smith comes out, but of course 3 mana, Acolyte of Pain seems fine, and from then on his mana curve is pretty set in hand.
And it's a pretty good top deck deadly poison there. So he's gonna do some work.
Just one draw on that Acolyte.
Oh my god, and Harrison is like so important in this matchup. But once again,
Yeah.
Dog is not running the Or Rogue, so Harrison is pretty much only ever gonna eat one of these hero powers.
Yeah, optimally for one that's deadly poisoned, and of course last game we saw Reynad didn't really have a chance to use that Harrison. It ended up being a dead card towards the end, so we'll see if he gets a better chance here.
Yeah, it's just the way that Dog is kind of playing the road that it doesn't have a good Harrison target. He just wants the weapon to gain board control. Reynad seems like he wants to ready his Deathbite, but then if you want to ready a Deathbite, you need to actually hit the face and lose a durability like that. If it puts an Armor Smith right now, it doesn't necessarily die to the board. So I do think that's the best play. Just Armor Smith, hero power and pass.
Yeah, you'll get probably 2 or at least 1 hit or 2 hits on that Armor Smith, and even if then Dog will have to use another spell to get rid of it. So it's not the end of the world. But Reynad actually just gonna go for the Deathbite.
Alright, yeah, I mean, if you are gonna go to Deathbite, you do need to hit the face. You do need to ready it. So you're basically saying that, okay, you are gonna play a 5 health creature. And this is not really a 5 health creature, so Deathbite is gonna lose a little bit of value there, especially where the Farseer just healed the damage it was done anyways.
Now, you have the Belcher and Harrison. That is deadly poisoned, and yeah, given how Dog's been playing this deck the last 2 times, I think for Reynad, I mean, do you think about, well, this might be my best choice for Harrison, even though there's a 3 attack body on the board?
I think you have the Harrison now. You already went through
so
2
just gonna clear.
even Druid, that the Harrison was not useful. So
Yeah.
that's actually good. And Reynad is apparently playing Harrison in all his decks. Well, the 3 decks that we saw, he's playing Harrison. So,
Yeah.
If you play that card, you might as well get value of it and not play as a 5 mana 5/4.
That did have to devalue his Deathbite a little bit, but he gets the draw off of it. He has the body on board.
Oh,
Black Knight coming out again too.
Very strong pick because we know that Dog plays Belchers, so I think he's gonna do some work here. I think Reynad is actually in pretty good control of this match until Dog does something like a big Blade Flurry or like some prep sprints into a lot of board control and stuff like that. But right now it's looking really good for Reynad.
Yeah, he's got 3 healthy bodies on board, and it's 6 mana for Dog. Let's see, he did get that SI at the end here. I think that draw is making him reconsider the Belcher.
He's gonna be really sad he plays the Belcher. Yep.
Yeah.
And you
That's
do
all
need
he's.
to remove the 5/4 from the board. So this armistice, I think, is going to be it's just gonna win because a lot of people say that Rogue has like a minimum amount of like a maximum amount of damage they can do with the deck, and that's really true because when they run out of cards and they run out of damage, they only have the hero power, and obviously the warrior hero power counters the Rogue hero power. The net gain is for the warrior, so Dog needs to like carefully maneuver his cards so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, he just had to use that Eviscerate to get rid of Harrison, so like you said, not seeing any easy ways to remove the Armor Smith. Is he gonna get rid of the Black Knight, it seems, with the SI7? That's just gonna keep on racking on that armor though for Reynad. I don't think he's too sad about that.
Yeah, armor is so strong. So basically the Black Knight was effectively a 4/7, right? Like it gave 2 health to the warrior, all thanks to the armor, so looking pretty good. Dr. Boom comes out, and I'm pretty sure that Reynad has this game sealed. Unless Dog does some miracle with some sprint plays, I guess. This is looking pretty over.
Yeah, even if he, I guess you could sprint and then hope for a.
Well, he doesn't.
Could have hoped for a Blade Flurry, but.
Right.
Oh yeah, or the BGH, yeah.
Yeah, but we're looking ahead of the situation. We're gonna just see Reynad just popping his 5 drops to 6 drops, and it's just gonna be a disaster. This Boombot didn't do exactly what Reynad wanted to do, but Gromosh comes off on the board. So as soon as there's an activator, and I think it's game. And Reynad's sitting at 29 health against the Rogue. That's like super healthy.
Yeah, I don't think Reynad's really worried about anything. He still has the Shield Maiden too, the Belcher, so at 9 mana. Now, I mean, I guess you kill the SI and see where the bomb goes. It has a high chance of killing off either of the other bodies there.
Very high chance.
To be honest.
And I think you do start with that. Yeah, I would start with hitting the Boombot in the SI. You really can't tell. You really can't make a good judgment call until you see what happens. And also, there's a very good chance that you are killing one of these minions with 2 health. And this goes to... Oh, the face.
His face.
2. Probably not the most...
Well, you also saw... Yeah, the Alex Strauss is really awkward now, too. Even though the BGH is out, you'd actually be healing him for one, given that Boombot, so...
Probably one of these mid-range minions that are going to come down here.
I'm actually going to use this kid, too.
I mean, you're winning pretty much. You just need a board right now. It's a good play. So here you go. Dog's miracle turn. He's gonna draw 4 cards here. He enjoyed the preparation. It got a refund.
And
yeah,
all right. Well,
not quite. These are all minions, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, he gets a Belcher to hold off for maybe one more turn. Of course, we did see that Black Knight earlier.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Belcher here most likely. I mean, the SI does clean up the board a little bit better, but Belcher also costs more. Oh, that's interesting. He doesn't want to take damage to the face, I guess. I mean, with this play, he only loses to the Taskmaster Gromosh play.
Yeah, down to 12. And then he'll be able to hero power up again, so...
Okay. But then again, with the Belcher, it's kind of the same thing, too. So, you cannot Shield Slam Gromosh because you kill it. It's kind of awkward. But you are super close to lethal. So, yeah, Shield Maiden is perfectly fine here. Alex Strauss, unfortunately, is kind of a dead card. If he wants to establish the 8/8, I guess healing the opponent for 3 is not the biggest worry. But,
yeah, it's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but, yeah, it's not terrible.
The Alex Strauss would, I guess, guarantee a little bit more of a lethal in the very next turn, a little bit more immediately, but the Shield Maiden obviously a safer play, given that he's at 35 effective health. He would be up to 40 if he uses the Maiden. Really not much to worry about, even with a Rag and Dr. Boom in hand for Dog.
There's a few ways that Reynad can actually lose this, and he's like contemplating, if my Alex Strauss gets sapped, I spend my whole turn doing nothing. Like, even with Shield Maiden, even if it gets sapped, at least he did something, right?
Yeah.
So that's the main worry right now.
Yeah, that would be pretty big.
Well, he needs to choose.
Yeah,
soon.
I like just Shield Maiden and Hero Power. I guess if you really want to commit, I don't know if you really want to Shield Slam that though, given that you've seen the Rag the previous game.
Ooh, taking 10 to the face. All right.
Okay, I mean he's still at 25, but that's huge.
All right. So let's see if Dog has an answer. No, not quite. So he pretty much needs to draw something in one shape or other. So he can prep the Spirit. He can add your Drake. Just needs to draw a card.
Looks like
I don't think he
the
has
Drake
anything. Yep, Draco. That's not it. He's gonna Belcher. Hopefully, that's gonna hold off. Now, if there is something like a Whirlwind, it's game over. Oh wow. Okay.
All right. Well, Reynad just has to power through the Belcher this turn. That's about all you can do.
The longer the game drags on, the more Dog has the advantage because he is gonna drop his sap sometime down the line, right? And then Reynad's whole turn is just gonna be nothing because Warriors are just built like that. They're just gonna be based on bombs. Oh, there we go. Grommash is gonna come out. Actually, that's really smart because you know the opponent doesn't have sap, right? So you just play this out. He can sap both the creatures now.
And he can't kill one of them with Azure Drake either, so seems to have been the safer play. He's just gonna have to sprint, and he'll see what he draws here for Dog.
Right. He also needs to heal as well. If he saps the Grommash, he's actually dead from the card being played back. So how do you kill the board here with this? Oh.
I don't think you can, given the cards you've gotten. You can backstab Alexstrasza, but you only got 2 fans of knives, and you only have 6 mana, so.
Well, I mean, you can use the Azure to attack, right? Oh, no, you play this turn, huh? The Azure Drake was played this turn, right?
No, the Azure Drake, you can attack with it, so.
Oh, you can attack everything, you can clear the board. But you still dead to
yeah, I guess if you use both fans of knives and then you Azure Drake.
Alright.
And then you'd get 2 cards in return, so you would clear. But there is a Fairy War Axe, though, for Reynad. So like you said, he needs to heal, and that's going to be. Should be game for Reynad.
Yep. Can't even kill the front line of Alexstrasza. So
Dog's actually just going to hit.
Yep. So, yeah, good job
finish
for Reynad. This Warrior deck is, I mean, Control Warrior is just proven. Alright, so. Dog chooses Druid.
Yep. It's a mech-based Druid. So I'm looking at it here.
And
still runs Dr. Bloom.
Yeah, Druid is just a very good choice against Warrior. It's really hard for them to keep on removing your stuff. That's basically why, Druid is like the default counter to Warrior. Because even though if they're removing your stuff, they're still taking face damage. And you're getting closer to that of the combo range. So, just one of the matchups which is very slanted in favor of the Druid.
Only one combo in deck, but that's all you're going to need if you draw it in time for Dog. Excuse me. And a Wild Growth from the get-go, so that's really solid.
So here okay, so he's gonna. Reynad thinks this hand is good enough, and it's just gonna armor up there instead. I would have loved to see the Fire War Axe actually, because you could have done something else. Like your hand is not spectacular, so I would have loved to see like Fire War Axe last turn, and then you shield block next turn. Now this is a very strong opening by Doug, one of the strongest actually. This is turn 2 with Innervate, a 2-drop and a 3-drop.
Yeah, and the Tinkertown getting buffed. So.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Okay.
Reynad's not scared of any mech warper shenanigans.
Yeah, that's the new card to just get rid of as soon as it comes on board. But Reynad's gonna leave it on there. He's gonna take the gamble. It's gonna work out for him for at least one more turn. Dog doesn't have another mech in hand, so.
So here, Dog has a couple of options, right? You can Wrath, the Wrath and just kill the Acolyte. You can also swipe this Acolyte, it's not that bad. But the only thing that he has to worry about is that swipe can target the face. That's one of the main differences. I mean, swipe is so strong in a lot of matches, but against Warrior is really weak. So you do want to use it as quick as you can. So now Dog is instead just going to pass and keep all his resources. So not a very exciting hand for Dog, unfortunately.
Yeah, all spells. So and nothing to fill the 4 mana here for Reynad either. So he's just gonna execute that Tinkertown and get rid of the board.
Oh no, it's actually a beautiful play for Reynad. Just because chose not to raft that and chose to keep it. Reynad's a very good answer now. Oh wow! All right, top decking a Azure is a way to win. That is really important.
And then, all right, another Tinkertown, and then Druid, Claw.
So yeah, reversing switch.
Okay, so he's gonna.
You can reverse this and then just raft it as well. That seems like a pretty good. But now it's instead gonna use swipe and gonna raft the second party card draw. That's pretty good. He really needed to use the raft earlier because he needed more plays. But the Ajik really just went like, "Yep, I got you."
Yeah, it saved him in multiple ways there, allowing the raft to get the cycle too. So he gets the Yeti prepared for the next turn. Yeti Tinkertown will be a solid turn, 7 for dog.
Alright.
Reynad on the other hand, I guess, yeah, you just put some damage down.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to waste the axe charge with attacking, with equipping the Gorehowl. So dog can actually kind of tell if he's aware that, like, if he's just noticing this really closely, that there is going to be a weapon next turn, in the form of like Deathbite or Gorehowl or whatever.
Yeah. Otherwise, there'd be no reason to hit face on a turn like that. And
yeah, once again, like I kind of mentioned this, that even if the warrior can remove the stuff, it goes closer and closer to that lethal range. So it's really dangerous right now.
Yeah, he'd be down to 17 or 18 if he uses the Gorehowl on any of these this turn. And given that there's going to be at least another body left on board, it's going to be rough for him.
Reversing switch not too powerful for Reynad. Whirling Blades also not too powerful with dog. So these are two of the, not the most insane spare parts. I mean, freeze would have been insane.
Yeah.
The stealth would have been insane. But these two are just kind of normal.
Alright, well, another Wrath there. Gonna be an easy cycle.
Oh, not quite. So yeah, it's Dr. Boom, you can't play it, so you might as well just use your Whirling Blades. It's not gonna do much in this matchup, so might as well take the 1 damage for 1 mana right now.
Yeah, down to 9, so now that Gorehowl is pretty much dead in Reynad's hands too, because you don't want to attack any minions on board with that. Yeah, shield blocking has to be your answer.
Yep. Yep, he had to... I don't know, I think he was looking for some better plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, usually you want to hit before you armor, because if you draw Alexstrasza, you can pop yourself back up really, really high again, but he wanted to really see what he drew first.
Getting that silence just to minimize a little bit more damage to face. But I'd say...
this is just looking really grim. That's all it is.
Yeah, because there's no way for him to clear this easily next turn. Well, depending on what he draws, because he does have that execute.
Oh, that's something.
Okay.
Something I guess. Rather small one. Set a kill bomb first. I think that's really smart. Oh my god, the 4 damage!
4 damage though.
It's insane. So what do we have? 10 health. Does dog have lethal here?
What did he draw? It's gonna be okay, just a Warper.
So what do we have? So armor plating and reversing switch. So that's 2. Savage Work is 4. So 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. 2 plus 4 plus.
He'd be at 9, so he'd be 1 off.
Yeah, that's 1 off, right? I think I good enough math to know that's 9, and 10 is not.
Well, the math you gave me is 9.
right, yeah, it is, because you can like reverse the power switch as well. So
yeah,
unfortunately, it's not lethal just yet. It's really, really close. And of course, with 1 damage off lethal, you don't just go all in, because Alexstrasza will just ruin your day. Okay, well, the unload strategy works quite well as well.
Yeah, with the Savage Roar and clearly not much other board clear coming in from Reynad. I think that pretty much secured the game here for Dog.
You can always kill the Shredder for a Doomsayer.
It's true.
Yep.
If it happens.
That's always everybody's final hope in every single game. If there's a Shredder on your opponent, sword, kill it.
Hey.
Is there another play here? Could
I don't think so.
No, yeah. I mean, Grommash reversing switch is actually pretty sick. You can just enrage him again.
Hmm.
And just set it at 10 health. Like, it's pretty strong. We're not gonna see that though, unfortunately.
I think hoping for the Doomsayer is your only shot to stay alive in this game.
Yeah, Doomsayer is good. Even Sheep doesn't help here. So there's like the only two just that I guess in GVG, I think one of the better ways to like get good at the game is to actually study what you can get from every single drop, because there's like the Cowbobulator, there are 2 Shredders or stuff like that. Like people can be surprised like how far that knowledge can go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no Doomsayer for Reynad. And that is gonna be the game.
It's gonna be a game to dog, yeah. Savage Roar does seal the deal.
Yeah. Simple finish for Dog, and he will go up 3-1 in week 3 of Deck Wars. Season 3. Yeah, Reynad, just as soon as Savage Roar comes out, knows he's done.
Alright. So Dog just needs to
In game 5, so Paladin versus Druid. It's a class matchup that used to be so common in the past, but with very different styles of decks than we're seeing today.
I mean, Paladins definitely has the way to deal with like Druid shenanigans. Like, sure, you can innovate some crazy stuff really early, but they have outdoor to deal with it. They have equality for the board. One of the main disadvantages of Reynad's Paladin deck going into this Druid is that he does not have any heals outside of the normal stuff, right? So Lay on Hands and 2 True Silvers. Those are the only heals. Paladins, run Seal of Light, they run Guardian of Kings. There's no such thing as in Reynad's. So this Pirate Shredder is going to be presenting a lot of damage if it doesn't deal with it immediately. So there you go. You see the outdoor going down. And that's how you deal with the innovation shenanigans.
Yeah, like you just mentioned. It's going to really stunt Dog's mana curve there. Thankfully, a Spider Tank being top decked, so that's another nice thing to put on board.
Very useful indeed. Wow, decides to kill a Shredder immediately. Wow. That,
Okay.
I'm not really sure about that. I mean, I would have liked if he thought about it a little bit longer. Because if you're killing Shredder, you have to commit to killing the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it was a 1-3, so the chances of it bringing something better than a 1-3 was much higher now. But
I mean, it worked out for him because, it traded evenly. But what if Dog got a 2-3 instead?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here with 5 mana, oh, there's a Innovate, perfect.
All right.
Innovation of Lore, one of the most classic, insane turn 5 stuff. Because turn 5 is so hard to do with a 5/5, right? And you're drawing the cards?
Yeah.
It's insane.
I'm just gonna see the True Silver being used up though.
Like even with the Ancient of Lore dying to like a 2/2 and a sword, it just got its value already, just due 2 cards. And Dog is just gonna keep on ramping his stuff. And Reynad looks to be in a pretty tough position for this turn, I guess. He just needs to Sungeon and pass. Because it's tough because he's gonna get swiped. But at least his next 2 turns are really, really good.
Yep. Swipe with the spell power should be able to help clear almost everything. I think Dog trying to figure out the best way to do this with the Death Rattle on the Sludge Belcher.
Right, I mean, you can just clear the board here. Nothing too special.
Mm-hmm. To the Wrath first. The order kind of negligible.
And yeah, I mean Dr. Boom on 7, that's usually the GVG default godlike play. The only play
Yeah.
that beats that is a turn 5 Dr. Boom with Innovate, and the only one that beats that is turn 3 Dr. Boom with Innovate.
With double, right?
Yeah, that happened in the ML Cup, and that guy just got demolished. It was just too
Yeah.
much. Now, I do like the Savage Roar because yeah, it's very hard to guarantee yourself to have like 3 minions that can attack, or like 3 stings that can attack, including your face, right? So now Dog is contemplating whether to trade for the Dr. Boom. Because if he doesn't, then one of the Boom Boss just sacrifices on the Adric, and the cat is probably dead without Dr. Boom dying, so just gonna go for a little bit. Does make sense to the lock in because I mean if you draw a combo you're just like what 2 damage off, so you just have to find something to do 2 damage right now. Oh, the second buff hits for full value, so that's always good. Wow!
And the Tyrion.
That's how you top deck. Wow, that's amazing.
That's a way to deal with Tyrion.
Wow, taking 6 to the face just to remove this Divine Shield. I think you have to do that, but wow. Not even a second thought.
Okay.
So here, you're in. You have. It's really awkward, right? So first off, if you consecrate first, your Tyrion might get sniped. And if you get if a 6 health Tyrion gets sniped, it's really bad because the other way is to just use the Tyrion to attack the Dr. Boom first, and then use consecrate. But then you're taking 2 bombs, right? So ideally, you want to consecrate now and have 1 bomb on each the face and Tyrion. That'll be ideal.
I think I mean, yeah, the equality, I was just about to say, the equality consecrate might be the way just because the gamble is so out of your favor.
Oh, and this is actually a chance for lethal. Oh my god. Wow, that was actually really smart. Wow.
Yeah.
Because the Boom Boss actually.
And then you get the lethal, yep.
Wow.
Wow.
I actually.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if, I wasn't keeping track of Dog's health.
So well done. Don't think you should run any weapon deck with Harrison, to be honest. Well, except for Hunter, because Hunter just goes for face. Who cares about killing your weapon when I can kill your face?
Always the exception. The Knife Juggler is going to be nice if you can especially get a Muster for Battle there. Muster for Battle and Knife Juggler in hand for Dog already, though. Dog's hand is pretty nice, and he's going to keep all of it.
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful hand for like generic matchups. And with the Elder Peacekeeper, it also guarantees any 4-drops that Reynad might choose to drop to be like just pacified. So one of the better starter hands. Now over at Reynad's side, he's thinking of mulliganing the Aldor because he knows that we need some fuel for the Knife Juggler. And there, he got a shielded mini bot, so that's something at least.
Yep, gets the Aldor back too.
Wow. I just think Dog's hand is just like A+. It has to be good. Like, look at that. That's just insane.
It's got everything lined up. The Muster for Battle does come through for Reynad, so he's actually just going to guarantee, or hopefully guarantee, a clear here. I'd be surprised if he can, especially with the attack, the weapon too.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good turn. Unfortunately for Dog, Reynad did get his combo off first. And now Dog has to like kind of play follow-up with his own muster. Well, another good thing is that he does have the second muster that he just drew. So a Knife Juggler muster again. Be pretty crazy.
That could, so the Shield Master is going to help here because if he doesn't help handle these with the weapon and then keep another body on board, the Knife Juggler muster and then the next turn Quartermaster would have been a go-to with the coin for Dog.
Yep.
But now he's gonna have to switch things up a little bit.
Switching things a little bit indeed. Like, Knife Juggler and Muster here is really weak. Aldor seems to be the play, but he might be thinking of something else. Like,
Let me think.
It's definitely quite hard for Dog to come back, especially with 2 shielded mini bots coming up. Aldor seems to be the only play.
Yeah, I think Aldor is the only thing, because even if he signs the taunt, like it's just gonna get taken out by.
Right. I mean, he signs his taunt just to snipe the 1/1, obviously. So I guess he just takes that route. All right. Duck's
then
going a
still
little
Aldor,
bit more. Yeah, he's devoting a little bit more to how's it gaining board control to just waste the owl. Because I mean, Tyrion's a card, right? You always think about Tyrion when you use silence against a paladin. Never want that to happen.
Well, the Sludge Belcher top deck coming in.
Double Quartermaster. That's really clunky.
Yeah. Nothing on board.
The MVP here is actually funny. Is Descension because he will soak a lot of knife juggles.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Juggles.
Dog really only needs one juggle on the Pelcher to kind of kill it. He might be. Oh wow. Okay, going with the Argus instead. So really
wants to get rid
valuing
of
the really valuing the knife juggle and the muster for battle.
Well, it's starting to set up a little bit better, but Reynad, I guess a slightly slower turn now with just double Aldors and double shielded mini bots. Of course, the mini bots would be pretty solid against what's on board right now.
Yep. I mean, at worst, a mini bot is a 2-3. At best, it's like a 2-7 or 2-9 if it's gonna soak up like a giant hit. It's insane.
Let me think.
Yeah, I mean, if you were gonna Aldor, I think you would have Aldored the 4-1 just to minimize damage face. So mini bot, hero power, and then I guess the second mini bot too. Yeah, just to flood the board.
Yeah, I mean, I think Reynad would gladly trade life for board advantage right now. It's just so ahead.
Yeah, the
Dog
4 didn't
needs
really hurt, so.
Consecrate or something? That would be a start. Belcher is something, I guess, at least.
Alright.
And,
But
yeah. I'll just
they'll hold off.
Ooh, okay. Harrison just out of reach from the Light's Justice. Seems like Reynad's Harrison's has not been too kind to him.
No, they haven't. Ever since the first game. So there's no strong reason to Aldor this other than minimizing damage in your Senjin, so I guess you could just clear and then hero power, I guess, for Reynad. I don't see an optimal play.
There's no good incentive to Aldor it, but you might just Aldor it just for the body.
Right, just to keep 3-3, but he's gonna choose the route just to put the token down. Nothing from hand.
And now Dog
Now's
is
the
gonna
time.
go. Now's the time. We know there's a counter coming out with Harrison, but Harrison means that you can't consecrate the board, which means Quartermaster is just gonna destroy everything. So it'll be interesting what Reynad draws from the 3 cards that are gonna come up. We'll see if the juggles hit. I mean, it's probably gonna hit. There's so many minions on the outside that it should work. So there you go. Lots of recruits.
Everything. And
Very
the last one, oh.
No, not great. And actually do like the ooze dying there so that you actually have space to play.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Very true. Well, the Harrison's the only one you really can go for here, and he's going to get 3 draws off of that.
Equality is a good card. That's about it. So, how much damage does Dog have here? He's 12, 15, 17, 17, and, well, not 17, but 15 now. Still a lot of damage. Insane amounts of damage. So, yeah, he wants to go for the a better juggle here. Yep.
Nope. One extra token.
So you do need to kill your Argus off before you drop something. I think the hitting the 3-3 is pretty good, because then with after that, any knife is good.
Yeah, because you would have your.
5-4, you need to knife the ace, I guess. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Yeah. This is better. Wow. That's.
Oh.
Well, the knife still its face. That's not so optimal, but.
Yeah. So here's 13 damage. How will you distribute them, Doug?
I mean, you have another Quartermaster coming in, so I think just clearing what's on board, as much as you might not like it, could be the way. You could keep the Aldor there, I guess. It doesn't really hurt too much. And you
Reynad needs board clear here, and that's not it. So he might need to lay on hands to stay alive.
Yeah.
He could
I mean,
also
that's,
just
you know, on
establish
board.
everything. But lay on hands seems to be the go-to because like if you clear the board now, then what are you gonna do
Mhm.
next turn, right? You're just gonna wait to die again. So I do like the lay on hands here.
And then you have to clear the other one. So that's 11 on board, and then 6
Oh, that
extra
is
with this
GG.
to come in.
9 more burst damage. Reynad cannot handle that. And wow,
And
so
yeah,
well.
Silver coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should secure it. Wow.
Well, that's
Double
right.
quartermaster.
The magic of a double quartermaster is that you need to draw them at the right time. Otherwise, they're just actually pretty dead. To be honest, it's really not justifiable to buff a 1/1 to like just a hero power and a quartermaster. Like, sure, you're playing
Yeah.
with 7 mana for like a 3/3 and a 2/5, but you're not really happy about it.